Morning, guys. How you doing? You know, I had to show you this, and for some good reasons. Look it. I thought I was going to be able to get up to the Sierras. There's no way in hell I can get up there right now. This storm's a little bit bigger than than probably most expected. When they announced the storms were coming in, a little bit more intensified than they thought. See, like for instance, I think that today through tomorrow, up where I do my research, the winds are going to be up to 100 miles an hour. You know, there's no way in hell you want to be out in something like that. So I gotta have a safety procedure I do. So it's not safe to go up there. So right now, man, I'm dead in the water right now, guys, for about a week. So I decided to do this for you. Oh, and by the way, I was correct on the snowpack. Time these storms get done, we're gonna above between 9,000 feet, we're gonna have a solid 10 feet snowpack up in the Sierras. Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome for the Sierras, awesome for the forest. Okay. And I know once this storm breaks, it should be really nice and clear up a little bit, and then that's when I'll make my move. That's the only time I'm going to be able to do it. So in the meantime, take a little vacation here. So the reason I bought this up is for a good reason. You see, I did this about I caught this on a trail cam a few years back. This happens to be in the same area where I documented a clan of hybrids. Members in it, about 8 to 9 members. Okay, and I've been keeping an eye on that particular group for years. Me and G both. So in that area is where I planted my trail cam, and this is what I caught. Okay, now I've been doing the research on this for the last few years because I classified it as unknown, and I'm still classifying it as an unknown cryptid creature. Okay, when I first took this, at first I thought it might have been one of these hybrids. The more I study the video, I see this. I think it's completely something else that we're not even aware of. And it's definitely an unknown cryptid entity. And I will say this, if anybody out there, first and foremost, I'm going to tell you this right off the get-go, please don't say bear, because it's not a bear in any way, shape, or form. And for several reasons why. Number one, this cryptid creature is way too tall than any black bear known in the Sierras. When I took this video, we went back, me and Gene, we did all the measurements. Where I had the bait on this particular pine tree, I put up a branch about 12 to 13 feet in height, was a branch, and it branched out to about 9 to 10 feet. So I took it right at about almost close to the edge of the branch. Okay. So now you're about 12, 13 feet in height. I got it up, and it stretched out to about 8 to 9, maybe 10 inches. Feet. The branch spans away from the tree. So you got about 12 to 13 feet height, and it's extending out for about 8 to 10 feet. Okay? There's no way in hell a black bear could even reach that branch, especially when they stand upright. A full-grown male black bear about 6 feet in height. You see, so you got another 6, 7 feet of space between that. There's no way in hell it could even touch that branch. Okay. Point number two, if you notice the hair growth on this cryptid unknown creature way surpasses any known bear in the Sierra Nevada mountains, period, end of story, or anywhere else in North America or anywhere else on this planet where bears are at. Care if it's brown bear or black bear. The average length of hair on this entity goes anywhere from 3 to 4 times the maximum growth of any known bear. Okay? Now that being said and done, now I know the first thing you guys are going to notice, you see a metacarpal pad. Okay? Below that metacarpal pad, which your metacarpal pad is right here, down below, because I did the research on this years ago, all predators, all known predators have what they call a small round carpal pad that sits right here, okay? Way above the center metacarpal pad. Now this creature has two. That is strictly unknown because there is no known predator that we know of that has two of those round carpal pads. None. And only predators possess that, and they only have one. This has two. So, something else I never mentioned when we first got this up the trail gam. At that time, the video was out for a little bit. There was a particular fella. I can't remember his name for the hell of me. But he was well known, probably being one of the top dogman researchers back east. And when he came across this video, blew his mind. And he wrote a comment kind of like, from what he had observed from this video, and he totally validified it over and over and over, if it was a hoax or if it was in fact real. Tybee came back and he made a comment such as this: there was no doubt in his mind that this was definitely a dogman. Also he made the comment that out of all the videos that he had ever observed and researched on, this was the best one ever taken. In fact, he called it the Patterson film of any documented dogman caught on video. And this is what he said. So, myself, like I told you before, I've done research at other cryptid entities. This one here, I had to do more research on it. Now, this all comes together now because of the research I got going now. Remember, I've been upping it phase by phase as the years gone by. And if you've kept up with my research now, you know what area I'm in now, correct? So, do you think, like I repeat, do you think, and maybe it's plausible about these doorways and gateways I've been telling you about, do you think this cryptid creature came through one of those doorways and or gateways? There was more to this. There was more to this video I have, but I told you I'm going to show you so much. Okay. And I will say this: when this entity walked in to the view of the camera, it came in completely upright. All right. This entity, as it came in upright, from my own calculations and measurements when we went back and did this, measured between 8 to 9 feet in height. Okay? You could tell the massive size in it. This thing is huge. Okay? And there was one part of the video that I could sometimes, I could catch it on the long run of the video. There seems to be another entity below, and you can actually see ears that look like well, I can't hide it, guys, I gotta admit it, they look like ears of a canine. And it's kind of a gray in color. But and also in the area where it was taken, if you recall last winter, I picked up the two different sets of footprints in the snow. That was caught in that same area. Are you feeling me? There you see the entity right there before your very eyes. And last year I actually showed you footprints. First set of footprints, you could tell where basically where it came from and where it went off to. Okay, so you had a point of exit, and a point of entering and a point of exit. Okay, the second set of prints, there was none of the above. There was no indication of where it came from. There was no indication of where it went. Hey, look it. These digital videos do not lie. It's right there. It's like something appeared, walked, and disappeared. Now, also that I know now, I didn't know then. I did not know then that it was part of the Sierra Triangle that I found. Okay. And now that I know that, which is years later, yes, this was taken in what I call the Sierra Nevada Triangle. So there you go. So kind of pulling together and making sense. Now, like I said, it's very plausible this unknown creature could possibly be one of the ones that come from that other world into our world through a doorway or a gateway. And trust me on this, guys, I am not full of crap on this. You best believe that. I am not full of crap. This stuff is real and it does exist. You know, the average human being never really observes what's around them. This is a fact. They're never aware what's above. They're never aware what's below or to the left or to the right or to the rear of them. It seems to me that most human beings these days are in focus in one area alone, and that's it, and do not pay attention to what's actually going around them. When you have a mentality of this kind of thinking, how in the hell do you expect to see anything of the abnormal if you don't pay attention? You know, I remember an old saying where if you don't believe in UFOs, if you're in denial about UFOs, all I could suggest is look up into the skies, observe. It might blow your own little mind. Take my word for it. We need to be aware of our surroundings and what we are surrounded with. You know, this other world I've been talking about, it's been here before we were here. Okay? And that is a given fact. I've told you before, everything that you could imagine that has anything to do with life has to do with physics. This is an absolute truth. It has to do with physics. And this, I told you before, this gets pretty deep. I think some of you are grasping it. And I'm going to take even deeper depths on this. Because myself as a researcher, this is a fantastic adventure I'm on right now. But anyway, I'm glad that the rest of my research all came in together and it came to a head, because it sure helped this out for me. Now I understand what this unknown creature is, what I'm dealing with. Now, it's very plausible it could be the dog man. I'm not going to argue with that. It fits the mold. I know now at this point, through the years I've been researching, I know it has nothing really to do with the hybrids. Okay? I know this now. But in any case, trust you or me, this, I repeat, this is not any bear at all, period. It is an unknown cryptid creature. So, there you go. I wished I had some other things to show you like I wanted to, but guys, I wasn't expecting this storm to hit again like this. But you know what? I'm glad it did. We need all we can get. Period. I'm tired of the forest in California burning up because there ain't no frickin' excuse for it. None. And I'm going to tell you what, a lot of life has been lost to the forest. A lot of animals that survived it, I mean, they're scattered all over the place. A lot of the females lost their young'uns. A lot of the young'uns were running around without their mom. You know, people don't understand when these young ones in the animal world, when mama ain't around, daddy ain't around, they're pretty much well lost, and usually they don't survive, okay? And I don't know about you, to me that shouldn't be that way. No way. A lot of the creatures that we have on the planet now, and you probably, a lot of you know, a lot of them are going into extinction, and a lot of them are getting to be really, really rare species on this planet. But I assure you this, there are other species that we don't know of that exist, and they're here, and they live among us. It's about time, I think, everybody gets a little bit more vigilant. And y'all get out of that one circle, do what I do, step the hell out of it. You might see something that'll blow your mind. So, hope you guys like this video, and I'm glad I got this mystery finally solved. It's been taking me quite a few years, but like I said, you know, you need all this information through research to put things together, because what I do, it kind of starts out like a puzzle. You know, and you pick a piece here and there and here and there, and the piece what I'm talking about is nothing but evidence. It's exactly what I'm talking about, that's what it means. By the time I get all this kind of evidence and I put this together, you got a picture. It puts a puzzle, it gives me a picture, it tells me what it is. Okay? So, I'm going to let you guys go right now, and I also wanted to say, I want everybody out there, give it your best shot. Y'all have a Merry, Merry, Happy Christmas. And whoever's out there on Christmas vacation, enjoy it. And I would like to say one last thing. I'd like to say Merry Christmas to all my brothers and sisters in arms that serve this country all around the globe. Merry Christmas, guys. I know how you feel, especially when you're in another world. Excuse me, on another part of this world. I remember right now, Saturday is Christmas. I remember Christmas years ago. I was in a place on the other side of the world that I spent Christmas in Vietnam and my Thanksgiving in Vietnam. In fact, I spent 2 of them. So I know what it feels like when you miss home. So, Merry Christmas to everybody. This is for me, to you. Y'all take care. And a Happy New Year. And the next video you see, I will be up back in the Sierras. So, you know me guys, I'm done. I gotta go. Bye. And Merry Christmas.